All right, welcome to CineBuzzed. What's the point of the show? Well, it's to drink and talk about movies, two of the pastimes that we love the most. So we figured why not just combine the two and just talk about the two. So what we're hoping to do is just have a little intro into the cocktail that we're making. Sometimes the cocktails are going to be themed to the movies that we're watching when possible, and then other times it won't be. They'll just be delicious. And hopefully as the night goes on, maybe we'll be lucky and have a little too much to drink and have a little too much fun. So welcome to CineBuzzed, and right now we're going to show you what we're making right now, and then we're going to come back and drink what we just made. Okay, so we'll see you in a moment. What's it called?
Cable car. That's the first drink that I've made that has cinnamon sugar on the rim. And you put lemon juice from a slice of fresh lemon on the edge, 2 jiggers of dark rum, a half of orange Cointreau, also a half a jigger of simple syrup, a jigger of lemon juice. Pour it into the ice. 6 to 8 seconds. See, I'm not quite a professional. There we go. See? There you go. This is my first time making it, so this should be fun.
All right, welcome back. And you saw him pour the drink, and this is moments later right here. So there's a drink right here. So cheers. Looks delicious. Smells good. Oh, that's got a lot of flavor.
It's good.
A lot of flavor.
It's good. It's a sour drink. It's an elegant drink.
It is. I feel classy.
And it is rum-based. And we chose that because we're going to be talking about a pirate movie.
One of the things that's been laying heavy on my heart all my life, Cutthroat Island. We sat down and watched it a couple of nights ago on the big screen here, and I wasn't disappointed. I thought it held up really well.
Yeah, and this was the first time that I had seen it through the whole thing. As far as I was aware of it and stuff like that, but I'd never seen the whole thing. And Billy said that it was like really one of his best underrated films. There must have been something in it though that struck a real important chord with you that made you really connect with it or really like it a lot. I know I have my own personal favorite movies that are kind of they're usually good, but I like that one a lot.
Right.
So
I think it's underrated, but it's a guilty pleasure. Because I think those are two different things. I think underrated means like you should, if you're a human being, you should at least enjoy this film on some level that I did. Right. I don't think if I say this is underrated and you watch it and you go, what?
Right. But I think it's more special people have those kind of special movies.
Got a good brain.
A little backstory on Cutthroat Island. All right, it has Gina Davis and Matthew Modine, and it's directed by Rennie Harlan. And Frank, is it Langella?
Frank Langella.
Langella.
Yeah.
Okay, Frank
Dracula.
Dracula, right, yeah. And he, Skeletor.
Cheers.
Cheers. Yeah. I love that guy. So, Cutthroat Island, he's the bad guy. He plays dog.
Bad dog.
What was I? Yeah. So I was like 21, 22, something like that. So it was like, sexy,
That'll do it.
That'll do it. Although I don't think Matthew Modine's sexy, like, at all,
No, but he was definitely like kind of playing in the sexy part.
just
It almost seemed like the lead role and the Matthew Modine role were kind of flip-flopped in the sense of the gender. And I don't mean to sound like what masochist or misogynist. I don't mean to sound like that at all.
Masochistic.
It was interesting, and it was great. I mean, that's a great thing to flip-flop those roles. And in this case, it would have worked, I think, if Gina Davis's performance had just been a little more solid.
Yeah.
Like if she had been a Jack Sparrow of some kind.
Yeah, she really wasn't a leading actress even at the time.
Yeah.
She's been around. Backstory, it was a big movie, right? Involved multiple production companies. I wouldn't say it bankrupted.
No, you can. So sorry.
What was it called?
You're gonna have to cut that.
How rude.
Actually, it did.
Yeah, it did.
It did bankrupt.
It did. Well, the biggest flop in cinematic history at the time, making it into the Guinness Book of World Records.
Yeah, which is awesome.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. That's something. I mean, at least it's the best at something.
Yeah, you're in the Guinness Book of World Records.
Yeah, so then
120 million invested and 15 million back.
Oh yeah, that's terrible. That's
Yeah.
not really the right way to go. When you're it's supposed to be the other way,
Right.
the other way.
Right. And there's also the trivia of that Michael Douglas was going to be in the movie. He was going to play the Matthew Modine character. He wanted equal time though, which of course that just couldn't really happen at all.
I don't think he was interested in doing movies where he wasn't like lead role, lead character.
Right. And he was willing to take it, but he wanted equal time.
Equal time, yeah.
Which, wasn't going to happen.
That wasn't going to happen. So when he left,
If they had changed the script, then that would have changed the movie, and it wouldn't have been Cutthroat Island. So it's better that they didn't.
right.
And it's better. Everything worked out.
Everything did work out. It is funny because we go back and we go, well, it could have been this, it could have been that. But you know what? I like the movie the way it is. So it's like I understand some of the things that it could have done. It's kind of like our life, we look back and go, well, I kind of like where I'm at now, but there's some things I could have done differently. And it's not like I would choose to go back and fix those things because I might not be where I'm at now.
Exactly.
Unless I really hated where I'm at now, whereas I wouldn't be underrated like Cutthroat Island. Cutthroat Island total production budget was $98 million, and it went up as high as $115. All right,
Okay.
and it grossed 10.
Oh, I was wrong.
$10 million is a lot of money in 1995.
Right.
You know what I could do on $10 million right now?
Oh no,
Yeah.
right. I retire.
I could retire.
Yeah.
But he also had issues with his camera operator. I don't know what they were. Maybe he didn't like his camera operator wearing skinny jeans on the set. I don't know.
I'm not even very familiar with. Would you say Lenny Hardman?
Rennie Harlan.
Yeah. What else did he do?
We'll get to that in a moment.
Okay.
Stay tuned. Hold on. Yeah, cheers. All right, I'm gonna drink. I included some of Rennie Harlan's films up to a certain
that's
point.
right.
Start with Nightmare on Elm Street, Part 4, right? Dream Master,
My favorite of
which
the
is
series.
you were
actually.
saying is his favorite. He's definitely a '90s director. I would say early '90s director.
Right.
For a
Doesn't
reason.
look like he's directed anything in the 2000s, so I guess.
No, he has, but I didn't
Oh, he
include it
has. Oh.
because it's all dog shit. It's all
Oh,
just
it's
kind of
so- oh,
like
it's-
Hercules, like the one from with Hercules, not that one, but the one with the guy from I think Twilight or something like that. He even wrote it. He goes on to do, I think he cracked a tough nut in 1990 with Die Hard 2. That's tough
That's totally tough.
because Die Hard it's a classic, right? And even at the time, it was just blowing everyone's mind. And Die Hard holds up really, really well. So how do you do a sequel to something like Die Hard?
Yeah.
And somehow
Even though,
he was.
I think there are a lot of scripts in Hollywood that are adventure and like that, which you could totally turn into that.
Well-
And I think Die Hard was not. The script for Die Hard 2 wasn't one of those.
Well, here's something that might blow your socks off a little bit. All the Die Hard movies are based on books, except
like-
for
Different books, though, right?
different books.
Okay.
Except for the last one. That was actually the only one that was written for Die Hard,
Oh, okay.
and that was the worst one of all of them.
Okay.
Like barely watchable.
There should be a Die Hard where Sylvester Stallone goes in. Plays Rocky.
It's called Expendables. Right? Yeah, it's called
There you go,
Expendables.
see?
They already made that. Made a few of them. So I think Die Hard 2 definitely in a league of its
It's
own.
like make it like he has to do something in New York City as a New York cop, but it's something that he has to do within 24 hours, and so it keeps
And-
the same intensity, but it changes everything.
Now you're describing Die Hard 3.
I haven't even seen it.
He's literally in New York City
Doing that.
against the clock.
See, so it was just the wrong one.
You need to watch some of these movies before you have an opinion.
What am I doing on this show?
It reminds me of I ain't just off, but it was funny because there's a Family
I know how
Guy.
to make drinks. That's
Yeah,
right.
he knows how to dress. Is a Family Guy when Brian does a script and he's pitching the script to Lois, and it's the exact same plot as Iron Eagle.
Oh, okay.
That's the movie Iron Eagle.
What?
Then the same year he did another project, Adventures of Fort Fairlane, which was with Andrew Dice Clay, and I think that would definitely not fall under underrated. It would definitely fall under guilty pleasure for me. It is a good movie. I really liked it. It's silly. It's ridiculous. It's a vehicle for Andrew Dice Clay, but I really felt like a Rennie Harlan movie. The cinematography, the music, and the momentum. So I really enjoyed Fort Fairlane. When I was young, I watched it probably like 100 times. So Cliffhanger comes up. That's a couple years later. Big deal again. But now he's working with
Sylvester
Sylvester
Stallone.
Stallone. And Cliffhanger's a big movie, right? It's like, and it's pretty unique about
Yeah, with John
people
Lithgow.
who climb cliffs.
And-
Then after that, he did Long Kiss Goodnight, which I thought was a really good movie too. I had a good time with that. Samuel Jackson, again, Gina Davis, right? Which I guess they were married at the time of Cutthroat Island, I'm sure. At the time
Samuel
of-
Jackson and
Samuel Jackson, Gina Davis.
they were married at the time?
No. Rennie Harlan.
I'm just kidding.
Then he went on to do Deep Blue Sea in '99, which again I think is fun, but I think it's one of those definitely guilty pleasure movies where it's like, this movie wouldn't work 2 or 3 years later.
Right. Do you think he threw in the Samuel L. Jackson attack just to say, no matter what happens, I want my movie to be remembered?
Either that, or they couldn't afford him. I don't know. Like
We only got him
budget's
for
up.
5 days.
Get that shark out of here.
We're gonna seal off this.
And then you were asking me about why I felt the movie was kind of close and dear to my heart.
Right.
Right. You know, I think at the time I was actually working in a movie theater. Right.
Oh,
so it was kind of fun to kind of just sit down and just watch this movie, kind of on my own, you know, or with some friends, or run it at midnight for ourselves and whatnot.
Oh, fun.
And then,
did you make popcorn too?
Oh yeah, we had all that stuff. Yeah. After that, though, when I came to Southern California, I had a chance to meet Rennie Harlan, kind of accidentally. So when I saw him in the lobby, I was the only one who recognized him. He's just standing there. No one's talking to him. So I went over to him and I just, started talking to him. And I remember, because I was a fan of Cutthroat Island, I said, hey, I introduced myself and I said, hey, no matter what they say, Cutthroat Island is a great movie. And then he's like, oh, thanks, mate, you're the one, or something like that. And he shook my hand. He was really happy I said that. And then that was it. I went about my way. Underrated goes. I had to think about that. And it'll probably get worse the more I drink. So, we'll be back with another episode in just a moment. You just click on the link and check it out.
Fill up again.
Cheers.
I just want to say, Chantal, the popcorn she made the other day was perfect.
That was it, huh?
So good.
That was a heavy butter and
Yeah.
salt.